Alright guys, so let's take a closer look at this XTOOL Rotary Attachment 2 Pro sitting here right in front of you. This is everything that's going to come with your tool. And what's cool with this rotary tool is there's multiple different configurations that you can set up to accommodate a bunch of different size tumblers, glasses, cups, whatever you decide to use. You can even use like a baseball, any round object or anything on this machine to engrave. So you guys can see it's got its gear mechanism on the back here, rubber belt. Here's the gear. You got to install this gear here, real easy to do. On this side is going to be your electrical connection to wire this to your XTool, and they provide all the cables for you. And then this is where you're going to mount your different adapters to accommodate different size tumblers, cups, glasses, stuff like that. Right now I have the double step jaw attached. So you guys can see it's got kind of a step there to be able to accommodate different types of cups. And this is adjustable with this chuck. So you guys can see it widens and then closes. And then they do give you this key, kind of like the drills, the old electrical drills, to be able to, once you got your mug or something on there, then you can put this in here and then you can tighten it down. Real easy to do, not hard at all. So that's a quick overview of the tool itself. I'll show you some of the attachments and different ways you can set this up. Alright guys, so here's an example of me using the double step jaw here. So you guys can see, got it tightened down on this tumbler, and it's got a really nice tight grip on there. And then they also provide you with this level, this little glass level here. And pretty much what you want to do is the object, when using this rotary tool, is just to make sure that your tumbler, your glass, or whatever is level. And if you guys take a look there, I don't know if you guys can see that, the bubble's right in the middle, so that's saying that this is level. Alright, so another attachment that they give you, say you got your glass here in the step jaw. If you want to add some extra support, they give you this tail module. So this tail module slides into the grooves of the base of the rotary tool. As you guys can see, there's some grooves there. You can slide this in to the base. This tail module is going to press up against the back of the glass, and then you can tighten it down by using this thumb screw here, and that's going to tighten it down, and it's going to hold that glass in place so we don't have to worry about this glass falling off of the jaws. Now if this isn't level, so you guys can see this is a little unlevel right now, what you can do, and what I've done in the past, is I'll just put some shims underneath the base here to bring this side of the tool up, and then that'll level it out for you. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to get it pretty close. So if the double step jaw doesn't work, they give you a single step jaw. So as you guys can see, it's going to provide you a different angle of grip depending on what type of mug, glass. They also provide you with these studs. And XTool provides you with the tools to be able to quickly remove these. It's pretty easy to do. There's just screwed on. There's 2 screws that you have to remove. Once you remove it, you actually can put these studs in here, and then they're just going to screw into place. So here's an example. I went ahead and put all 3 studs into the Rotary Attachment Pro here, and now it's going to allow me to grip onto this pull ball, and then if I wanted to do an engraving on one of these faces here, it would allow me to. Along with these studs, they also ship the rotary tool out with these rollers. Now to use the rollers, you're going to actually take this whole top portion of the rotary tool off, and I'll go ahead and do that with one of the provided tools. You're just going to go ahead, there's 2 screws that you unscrew. There's one of them, and it's cool because this is magnetic. I'll go ahead and take the other screw out here. And once I do that, you guys will see this top portion will come off. Go ahead and take the belt off, put that off to the side, and you won't be using this when you use these rollers. These rollers are going to be installed now in the bottom portion here. Alright guys, so that's what it's going to look like with the rollers installed. Really easy to do. It took me literally a couple minutes. And they do have a couple different widths here that you can adjust this roller at. So you can bring this roller to C, B, or as close as A, depending on the width of whatever type of project that you're doing on these rollers. And they pretty much just screw in to the bottom of the base here with these bearing brackets. So real easy to do. And then inside of there is the belt, and this roller here has a gear on it. So as you guys can see, as I turn this gear here, the rollers are moving. And this is the motor here that's controlled by the actual XTool. So with these rollers, it's going to be pretty easy to do, say like a wine glass. So if you get your wine glass, you can put it on this roller. And like I said earlier, you're going to want to make sure that this is level. So to do that, XTool provides you with this adjustable support here, which is pretty cool. I'll show you how this works. You're going to put it at the base of the rotary tool, and then the stem of the wine glass is going to be able to sit between these two wheels here. So you guys see those wheels? These are free floating wheels. So this is how you're going to set it up. You're going to go ahead, center this. Here's the level. As you guys can see, this level is a little off there. So by adjusting this, it's going to allow you to get that level where it needs to be, because this is going to raise and lower the tail of this glass. So right now it's centered, but if you needed to go up higher, as you guys can see, the glass is raising up. Because the key, like I said, is you're going to want to get the face of this glass, tumbler or cup, whatever you're doing, to be level. And then once everything's set and connected to the XTool, as you guys can see, these rollers are going to turn, and it's going to spin this glass freely to engrave your project. You also could use the rollers with tumbler if that works. So there you go, tumbler's on there, not level just yet. Go ahead and raise this up. And by doing that, it actually made the tumbler level now. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, so that's just a quick overview of all the different ways you can use the Rotary Attachment 2 Pro. It's pretty nice that they give you all these different options with the rollers, the studs, the different jaws, being able to have different ways to level it or to lock it into place in the Rotary Tool. Your main purpose, your main goal when using the Rotary Attachment 2 Pro is just to make sure that your project is level. Doesn't matter what method you use, there's no right or wrong way. Whatever is the easiest and makes the most sense to you to be able to get your project level and then also locked into place so it doesn't move. Let's go ahead, we'll start a project up and I'll show you it in action. Alright guys, so for this project, I'm just going to do a simple tumbler. This is a black tumbler here. What I have learned is you're going to want to use a little bit less power on these ones because the stainless steel, the walls on these are a little bit thinner. So the power I got this on is at about 80% instead of 100%. But as you guys can see, this is how I have it set up. And then I have it on this board because when you use this little level here, you'll see it levels everything out because there is a little bit of a taper to this tumbler. So got that level, then you're just going to do your height adjustment with the little kick down here like you would do normally with any other project. Line that up. So as you guys can see, the rotary tool, I got the wire, and then it's going to plug in right underneath there. So you're going to unplug the existing cable that just goes to the D1 Pro, and then use the rotary tool plugged in there, and then that's going to give it its signal to be able to rotate as it's doing the project. To square up the base of the rotary tool, so this base down here, I usually use a square, so I'll just bring the gantry over, and then I'll have the square pushed up against the base like so. And then I'll bring it over till it touches, and then I'll just make sure from the back of the base to the front of the base, everything is square. It's touching. I'll make any adjustments if need be. Alright guys, so here's the project that I started. Nice little American flag there with "We the People." It's going sideways on here because of the orientation of the rotary tool. So I went ahead and started this project, and so far looks like everything's working like it should. Alright, so it just finished up. Let's take a look at it. So not bad. I'm gonna go ahead, take this in the house. I'm gonna wipe it clean. Alright guys, so there is the finished product. Put in the light there for you. Let me zoom up a little bit here so you guys can get a better look at all the detail. Came out real nice. Add it to the collection here. Show you guys the other projects that I had going on here. I did a whiskey glass here. I etched "Get It Lifestyle" on there. Got a coffee mug, and you guys will see a bunch of different shapes of mugs, tumblers. Even did some clay pots here that I'll show you. But here's a mug. Here's a different style mug here. And on the other side, actually did the Milwaukee logo. Came out pretty nice. Here's another mug. All these mugs, like I said, different shapes, and they all came out really good. Here's some tumblers I did. This is my wife's logo for her business. Came out really nice. Here's another tumbler I did. It's got the "Get It Lifestyle." Here's one with the Punisher logo on it. Came out pretty good. Here's an old beat up one that I just did, the Impala. Chevrolet Impala, and that's the front end of 65 Impala. Came out really nice. So one of my first ones I did, I just wanted to do it on a test. This is an old tumbler, so I tested it on this, but it came out really nice, real easy to do. And then I also did some little clay pots that I picked up at the dollar store. Messed around on those. As you guys can see, it came out really nice. Also did one for my mom. Her dog just passed away recently. So, really nice detail. Those are all the projects that I've done so far. Coffee mugs, tumblers, glass, some clay pots, everything that I've messed with so far, and everything came out excellent, really good. Wasn't hard to dial in. Alright guys, so that's going to be about it for this one. Hopefully you found some value in this video. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button. You guys got any comments or questions, put them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm going to get back to doing a couple more projects here. Check the description box below. I'll put some links down there if you guys are interested in purchasing any of the XTOOL products. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll talk to you on the next one.